Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is at 60 kilograms, and introducing in the blue corner, representing the United States of America, Miguel Gonzalez. And in the red corner, representing England, Carl Place. Referee Andy Mustachio, red corner Place, blue corner Gonzalez.
Just 19 years of age in his first senior international in the 60 kilogram division is Carl Place, boxed out of the Northside Club, and he's in against a pretty useful gentleman from Cleveland, Ohio, the 21-year-old all in blue representing the United States of America, Miguel Gonzalez, the southpaw. So Place, the taller of the two, against the short, stocky southpaw, and preliminary bumping into the referee. And once again, a definite contrast in styles. Good fast hands by the American, and solid looking left came right across after that southpaw right. But Place looks pretty confident, Richie.
Yeah, he does. He's just got to watch. He doesn't move on to this left hand of Gonzalez. Very fast shot the American's got, and if Place moves onto that shot by moving to the right, he's just got to watch it. But he's tall, slender, got a good jab. Needs probably to work more to the left and away from that big left hand.
Gonzalez has boxed in the lower division, has boxed in the 57 kilogram division. But number 2 in this particular division, the American representative in the World Championships in Chicago, was Salim Ali. Lost his second contest to a man from Armenia, so didn't qualify for Beijing. And it's not a bad start by Carl Place. He's just 1 point to nil on the computer scoring system at the end of 40 seconds or so. Remember, the punch has to be delivered with the knuckle part of the glove, which is conveniently picked out in white, and the 5 judges at ringside with red and blue buttons, and if they think that a blow has been delivered with sufficient force on the target area, that's the head and torso, and they press the appropriate button, and if 3 do so within a second, then it's recorded on the computer scoring system. That's how it works.
Well, Gonzalez is boxing like a typical southpaw here, in the sense of being a counter-puncher, sitting back, waiting for his opportunities, and even Steven in that.
That's where he got himself caught. Worlds apart, Cleveland, Ohio, and Manchester. Carl Place in red representing England in the 60 kilogram division contest from the Northside Club, the 19-year-old, on level terms with the man from Ohio, Miguel Gonzalez. Got to the quarterfinals this year of the United States Championship. Got a decision against the former champion Gary Russell in his second contest, and then lost very narrowly and somewhat controversially, it's been said, to Terry Crawford from Omaha in the quarterfinals. Good straight right hand by the American, but just fell a little bit on the short side. It's got to land on the target area, remember, with a decent bit of force to count. Very cat and mouse this one, Richie, isn't it? Both looking for openings.
Yeah, it is. Place is looking to land that right hand, but the problem he's got is he's falling short now and again with it, and that's allowing Gonzalez to come back, just as we've just seen in that little sequence there. So if Place throws that right hand, he's got to make sure he gets there and lands the shot, because he's falling short. The American's coming back.
Just a little caution there to the American for doing a bit of wrestling, which you're not allowed to do, but Gonzalez into the second half of this second round, just 1 point up. This still could go either way. That's better from Place. Didn't quite land with that right hand of his. Yeah, they both scored, but interestingly, Gonzalez stood his ground there.
Oh, that was a lovely shot there. Lovely long screw shot from Gonzalez. Just changed the plane of the punch. Super punch.
Still there for Carl Place, though. Starting to force things a bit. Good footwork on the retreat from the American. He's a no-nonsense boxer, very economical, covered up very nicely. Recognised the left hook of the body was coming and tucked that right elbow of his in to protect himself. And that's a nice little gesture at the end of that round. Bit of respect there, Richie.
Yeah, a lot of respect.
midway stage in this lightweight contest. 60 kilograms the division. Not much between them. The American Miguel Gonzalez, all in blue, from Ohio, the town of Cleveland. 4-2 up against Manchester's Carl Place in his first senior English international vest.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to see from Place now. Maybe a few body shots or trying to draw the lead of the American. What Place has got to do is start throwing a few feints, and then, you know, feinting to the head and whipping downstairs with the right hand to the body, maybe.
Just a little glimpse there at the feet, and all too often Place has got his left foot inside the oncoming right of the American southpaw. That's not really where he wants to have it, but he's closed the gap to a single point. He's got to try and slip inside that southpaw right, or slip outside and use the left hook, which is the classic counter to the southpaw. It was a good shot by the American. I'm surprised it didn't score.
Most southpaws, Jim, being counter punches, they like to work at a more leisurely pace. So maybe Place should just change his tactics a little bit here, up the work rate. He started to do it at the start of the round and had a bit of success. Maybe that's what he should do also, just to try it out.
Last 30 seconds, only a point between them. It's still very doable as far as Carl Place is concerned. He would like to go into that last round, I'm quite sure, at the very least on level terms. Bit of a problem at ringside. I think there's a photographer, maybe he's a little bit on the close side. I thought for a moment we had a problem with the support. Good right hand from the American right at the end, so rather than close the gap, Place has allowed the gap to open up, and a good finish by Gonzalez gives him a 3-point lead as we approach the bell to signify the end of the third round. Gonzalez sensibly hanging on. He hasn't wasted too much punching, has he?
Good boxing by the American in that round.
Well, Place certainly coming forward, but good work in the retreat by the American. A lot of those punches were just sliding off the head of the American, and he stepped in nicely, and that was a good solid right hand. And Carl Place needs to be aggressive straight away, and straight away it's Miguel Gonzalez, all in blue, from America, who comes forward, just hoping to extend that lead. Place has got a fair old bit to do. Good solid right hand, and another good right hand from Gonzalez. He's boxed nicely, the American, Richie. Yeah,
and he's boxed on the back foot, and Place, it's a good tactic to come forward and sustain the pressure, but this American's a bit classy, and he loves this type of opponent coming onto him.
Made for the pro game, isn't he?
He's another one, isn't he? Yeah. I think there's been we've seen a couple here tonight from the American camp that I think would favour the pro game better.
Place getting a little bit frustrated. Must know now that this is slipping away from him. Still plenty of time though, but he's got to pick up a point or two to be in with any chance. And I think Gonzalez is just that little bit too experienced for him. And indeed, the American has opened up a gap of 6 points now. Ouch. Well, they don't complain too much if someone goes south of the border, do they? Hello. Watch the heads from the referee. Well, Place really has to force this, doesn't he?
He does, and you know, Cherry Edwards has been saying use the jab, but when he's using the jab, he's not moving to the left, he's moving to the right, and that's probably been his problem. He's moving onto that left hand, and it feels so unnatural to against the southpaw to jab and move to your left. It just feels very unnatural, Jim, and he keeps moving to the right and getting caught.
Well, we saw in the most recent Commonwealth Games and the last Olympic Games, there are more and more southpaws coming into it. I mean, they used to be the exception, didn't they?
Yeah, they're a nightmare, aren't they? Oh, lovely little shot that was from Place. Little left hook round the corner there.
A little bit too late though. There's a gap of 7 points, last 15 seconds, and Miguel Gonzalez. That seemed a little bit on the early side. I don't know where that bell came from. I thought there was about 10 seconds remaining, and somebody's got that wrong, but I don't think there can be any complaints from Place. He was going to have to stop his man to win that one, and he didn't look ever like doing just that. And Miguel Gonzalez has recorded another win for the United States of America, and one that's very gratefully received. Wonderful little chopping left hand and a fine right to follow by the American. Place losing the plot ever so slightly, but has put in a very good performance all the way through. There's that solid left right round the corner, and the American backed it up with a good right hand into the body, and Place just had to give second best.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that contest by a score of 12 points to 5 in favour of Miguel Gonzalez in the blue corner.
So America pick up another victory, this time courtesy of Miguel Gonzalez, the 21-year-old, who's going to be 22 this weekend. So a nice present for him. Well, the first English